Hey, what's happening, people? It's Odd Eyes Ian, and today, for my first video, I figure why not start it off by making a series where I take budget decks that I have made and make them competitive. So, starting off, we're going to take the budget version of Phantom Knights that I have made, buying 2 of the Legendary Heroes boxes. I made a Phantom Knights deck, I made a Nordic deck, and I made a Destiny Hero deck that I kind of reworked into a hero deck that I'm gonna work on that one later. But so for right now, today we're gonna be talking about my Phantom Knights deck profile that I made. Um, so right now, this is the bare bones. This is the pure build of the deck that I'm going to show you guys a deck profile of, and then I'm going to do another video in maybe a week or so where I take this deck and I evolve it into a competitive build. Make it a little bit faster, and then at that point I'll show you guys some combos that this deck can pull off and what it's capable of. But for right now, we're going to go ahead and just get into the deck profile, and I'll show you what it's got right now. Okay, now on to the deck profile. Starting off with our monsters and our Phantom Knights package, we run. Yeah, let me zoom in just a little. There we go. We run 3 Phantom Knights Ancient Cloak. If this card is in an attack position, you can target 1 dark monster on the field. Change this card to defense position, and if you do, that monster gains 800 attack and defense until the end of your opponent's turn. You can banish this card from your graveyard to add a Phantom Knights card from your deck to your hand, except Ancient Cloak. You can only use this effect once per turn. So he gets your monsters bigger, and he searches out Phantom Knight cards after he's used. Continuing on, we're going to go ahead with 3 Phantom Knight Silent Boots. He special summons himself if he's got, or if we have another Phantom Knights card on the field, and then he searches out Phantom Knight spell or trap cards when he's in grave. You're not centered. There we go. 3 Phantom Knights of Ragged Gloves. Makes our Xyz monsters 1,000 points bigger, and then we can banish this card from our graveyard to send a Phantom Knights card from our deck to the graveyard so we can extend our Phantom Knight plays. That is it for the 3s. Moving on to the 2s, we run 2 Fragile Armor, just because he's big body, and then if a Phantom Knight monster is controlled by battle or card effect, we can special summon this card from our hand. So big 2,000 defender. You can banish this card from the graveyard and send 1 Phantom Knight card from your hand to the graveyard, draw 1 card. So you can extend your Phantom Knight's plays as well as draw an extra card in your hand. So he's a useful little tech card in there. We got 2 Phantom Knights of Clovenhelm. If a Phantom Knight's monster or Phantom Knight card is sent to your graveyard, this card gains 500 points. You can banish this card from your graveyard during the end of this turn. You can add 1 Phantom Knight monster from your graveyard to your hand. So he's a good tech card, but he's probably not going to stay in the final version of this deck. To be honest, I'm probably going to cut at least 1 of each of these monsters. So just from now on, it'll probably just be 1 of each of Fragile Armor and Cloven Helm. But for now, we run 2. Moving on to our other monsters, that is the end of our Phantom Knight monsters. We play 3 Kagemusha Knight. Where's the 3rd one? There it is. 3 Kagemusha Knight. If we can normal summon a level 3 monster, we can special summon this card from our hand, and it can't be used for synchro material, but that doesn't matter because we don't play synchros in this deck. It's an Xyz deck. We run 2 Junk Forward. This starts our plays off. If we control no monsters, we can special summon this card from our hand. So this is our first guy we have on the field. We run 2 Blue Mountain Butter Spy. It came in the Legendary Hero box, so it made it in for now, but it'll probably get subbed whenever we play a more competitive build of Phantom Knights. We run 1 Armageddon Knight to end off. It's good in dark decks. Especially Phantom Knights, because Phantom Knights, once you send them to the graveyard, you can activate their effects. That is going to do it for the monsters, though. We're going to go ahead and move on to spells, starting with the Phantom Knights Rank Up Magic Launch. I can never say that right. We run 2. During our main phase, we can target 1 dark Xyz monster we control with no materials. Summon 1 from our extra deck, 1 dark Dark Xyz monster. Sorry. That is one rank higher than the monster we currently control by using that card as material. So we can basically just take our rank 3, make it a rank 4, our rank 4, make it a rank 5. And then we can also, during our main phase, we can banish this card from our graveyard, target one Dark Xyz monster we control, attach one the Phantom Knights monster from our hand to it as a material. So it also gives, so during our main phase, we can also banish this card from our graveyard and get an extra material on our bigger monster. So it's always good there. We run 2 Allure of Darkness. I was running 3, but it just wasn't working as well. So I think I'm gonna just keep it at 2 because I want to be able to run other things. For now, maybe it's gonna go to 3. I'm not 100% sure where I'm sitting with all the cards in this deck. I have a good feeling of where I'm gonna go, but for now we run 2 Allure of Darkness. Good little tech card that I really like in this deck because it likes to make this deck likes to make cards bigger, so we like to make it even bigger by playing 2 Backup Rider to make our monsters 1,500 attack points stronger. Now we're gonna go to the one-ofs. We run 1 Twin Twister, 1 Dark Eruption, 1 Monster Reborn, 1 Foolish Burial, 1 Burial from a Different Dimension, and 1 Reinforcement of the Army. They're all pretty self-explanatory, but that's the deck. That's the spell cards for the deck for right now. Moving on to the trap cards, we run 2 Phantom Knights of Fogblade. I wasn't running Fogblade in the beginning, and I got nagged at by one of my buddies, so I ended up putting it back in because we could target 1 effect monster on the field, negate that face-up monster's effects, and that face-up monster cannot attack. Also, the target monster cannot. Also, monsters cannot target that face-up monster for attacks. Sorry, read that completely wrong. When it leaves the field, destroy this card. You can banish this card from our graveyard, target 1 Phantom Knights monster in our graveyard, and special summon it, but banish it when it leaves the field. So all around, just a great card and helps get off more Phantom Knight plays. And then we run a Phantom Knights Wing. This is it for our regular trap cards. Now we're going to talk about the Phantom Knights trap monsters, starting with the Phantom Knights of Wrong Magnet Ring. I like the trap monsters. Wrong Magnet Ring, when an opponent monster declares an attack, I can negate that attack and special summon this card in attack mode as an effect monster. So it becomes a level 2 dark monster with 0 attack and 0 defense. And this is a quick effect. I can target 1 other monster I control and this one, send them to the graveyard, and then draw a card. Draw 1 card? Draw 2 cards. Draw 2 cards. So it's just give us a couple more cards to make our plays a little bit longer. And then we run 1 Phantom Knight Shadow Veil. Just trap monsters. Trap monsters are great. And then 1 Phantom Knights of Mist Claws. And that is going to do it for our main deck. Excuse me. Starting off our extra deck, we're going to run 3 Phantom Knights of Breaksword. He's our big main Phantom Knight monster. We always want to run Breaksword. He's great. And as long as we're allowed to run 3 of them, we're going to run 3 of them, damn it. 2 Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon, just because it's super easy to lose 1, so you always want to have a backup one. And then we're going to run 1 Dark Requiem Xyz Dragon. Only 1 for right now, at least, because I only ever need 1. I only ever use 1. So we're going to leave it at 1 for right now. To finish off our Xyz package for our Phantom Knight stuff, we're going to run Phantom Knights of Cursed Javelin. We run a rank 2 just because we do have Wrong Magnet Ring. If we ever do get 2 Wrong Magnet Rings on the field, is a good little tech card to run in there. I'm probably going to swap it out with something else when I build it more competitive, because even though Wrong Magnet Ring is most likely going to stay in the deck, Cursed Javelin probably won't, because we hardly ever get 2 Wrong Magnet Rings on the field, so it's just highly unlikely. Moving on, though, with the rest of our Xyz monsters, we do run 2 Dante of the Traveler of the Burning Abyss, 1 Evil Swarm Nightmare, and 1 Gaga Cowboy, because Cowboy is always going to be good in my opinion. It's always good to be able to say, I cowboyed somebody for game. Just, it's the last moment, oh man, I didn't swing enough damage. Oh wait, I can make Cowboy. cowboy for game. It's always fantastic. But that's going to do it for our Seas monsters, and then the only other monsters we run in the extra deck are a couple of Link monsters. And these might stay the same, at least for now, because we're waiting for Eternity Code to come out, which I heard maybe next month or so. I'm not 100% sure. Last I heard it was actually maybe delayed indefinitely. But for right now, we run one Land 4 Rhinux. I can never say that right. I'm just going to call him Lan. We run one Extra Knight Joker, we run one Transcode Talker, and we run one Saryuja, just to round out our Link monsters. And I think these are just some good generic ones that help us get off a few different plays. Since we can't run Rusty Bardache anymore, I found that out after building this deck that he's banned. He is not limited. He is 100% banned, and I'm super upset about it because I just got him and he was banned. But that does it for the budget or the pure version of the Phantom Knights deck. I will be doing a live stream on Twitch tonight where we will be focusing on building the competitive version on this deck, so I can focus on like getting the cards together for real, because it's easier to play around with it on Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro. So catch me on Twitch tonight. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the bell so you know whenever I upload. Don't forget to follow me on Twitch. I stream there Tuesday through Thursday nights and Sunday nights. Have a good day, everyone, and I will see you next time.